Good morning, everyone. So this morning, which is we are teaching Ngundo 1 and 2, and include also Refuge ceremony. So which is really, really important. Whenever you receiving Dharma teaching, receiving initiation or transformation, whenever you engage to Dharma, so cultivating, generating bodhisattva mind. Today I'm going to take refuge and receiving Ngundo teaching. So they behave all Mother Simchin beings. All Mother Simchin beings are like current of my parents. All limitless Simchin beings are wishing to liberating, free from suffering to enlightenment. So that reason I'm learning Dharma, practice Dharma. So when you carry right motivation, that can beneficial to self, beneficial to also other Simchin beings as well. So, which is really, really important when we learn Dharma, when we practice Dharma. So, we need understanding foundations. So, when we understand the foundation, when we build a foundation, when you practice Dharma, so that can make you stable and your understanding. Even our life is which is changeable always, not unchangeable always. So when you understanding for ordinary foundations and for extraordinary foundation, which is Buddha describe, Buddha teach us 2,550 years ago already, how much impermanent, how much changing all those things. But we never realize. So we always thinking like we are living nearly like forever, permanently. We always thinking, then we, with that attachment, we are stuck into the samsara. So therefore, we need understanding, particularly for ordinary foundations. And when we understanding that, even our life, up and down, always changing. So we understanding, we accept. Not too much depression, not too much anxiety, not too much sad. This can make, helping us to make stable our life. So when we understanding and when we practice for ordinary foundation and for extraordinary foundation, so top of that, then even we put practice all the other ritual things. So then more significant and more beneficial. So we thought that sometimes you can see some practitioners unstable, up and down, sometimes also feel like give up Dharma, sometimes no mood to practice Dharma, all those because lack of the understanding ordinary foundation and for extraordinary foundations. So if we understand them precisely, when we practice diligently, so then we have no those kind of fear and no that kind of obstacles when we practice Dharma. So firstly, when we practice Dharma, so even you practice Ngundo or any other meditation or which Dharma when you practice, which is extremely important to several minutes you reflection to this four foundation. So when you practice a four ordinary foundation, and then you practice whatever you practice Dharma, you focus on that. So then that can make you more stabilized. So four ordinary foundation, sometimes practitioners misunderstanding. Ordinary means not important, but ordinary foundation is the most important when we practice Dharma. So firstly, we understanding precious human life, and secondly, we have precious human life, but secondly, which is impermanent. So now impermanent comes, thirdly, cause and the karma effect. When cause and the karma effect, when we reborn, re-died, so still, no matter where our reborn, and the three low realms or three high realms, so still samsara, full of the suffering. So we understanding that, so then we can thinking how we can able to way out to this situation. So that's the reason we need understanding, firstly, precious human life. So firstly, we talk about precious human life, okay? And the Mundo Sadhana, Jitinda, Yijino Vale, Nibasewa, Tonga Kavene, Tamjor Jupitang Jetokawe, Kapas, Tonga Sonam Tudoba, Tom the Chuzume Bartonyosa, Tedarshin and Nipergelazon, this fourth sentence. In this earth, so we example always sing, very, very difficult to get wish fulfilling jewels. So more than 1,000 times wish fulfilling jewels, and this precious human life is difficult to get. So that like many ways, many examples. Like you can see real precious human life is like daytime star. It's very, very rare. And now we have precious human life that is not just for externally we get. Many thousands of life we earning, which is accumulation merit. This is source of the accumulation merit of the result. That reason we are reborn perfect precious human life. Generally, we looking at so many human beings in the Saigon city, You can think, seriously, not many people understanding Dharma, not many people into the Dharma. Sometimes we having problem, lack of the five freedoms. Sometimes lack of the five other freedoms. And then one of them missing that. Then not longer precious human life. So we are not that situation. We have perfect conditions. All the five senses working perfectly. We have Dharma mind into the Dharma, and we have chance to practice Dharma. So that means we are fully precious human life. So now we have such a precious human life. So we cannot able to wasting simply. So need to make meaningful. How to we can make meaningful? If you are noble rich, make meaningful? Not. That also comes and goes impermanent. How to we can make meaningful? You understanding Dharma, you practice Dharma very diligently, and then you thinking, wishing to way out, free from suffering. So then only we can make meaningful our precious human life. So now, which is we have such a precious human life. So very, very valuable this life. So if we do good things, if we practice Dharma, so up to enlightenment, in our hand. So if we do wrong things, engage to negative karma, of course that can cause our result may enter in the three low realms. So then very difficult to reborn again, purchase them in life, and they may stuck into the three low realms. So that everything is up to now in our hand. So we understanding how valuable, how precious life this. So I want to make something that really meaningful this life, and you can rejoice. And then you are into the Dharma, your body, your speech, your mind, into the dissolve into the Dharma, Dharma dissolve into your mind, your body, speech, mind dissolve into the Dharma. Then you becoming a great practitioner. So firstly, we have a precious human life, but that doesn't mean in the last forever. And secondly, which is impermanent. Impermanent in the Mundo Sadhana, which is not Jujin German Namkan do Jizugoya, Nyanin de Shinjik, that Dark and Go Pumbocho and the Jete Takban Joshi Matagom. So we need to think impermanent. So which is saying outside all the phenomena, inside all the sentient beings, very much as like magical. Like magic, magic means show magic, like somebody lying down there and chop a head. But we think that as a real, but they're showing like magic. Everything is which is like magic. Magic means showing magic, and then our eye can see that as a real, but not. And showing magic like this, and it really change, and instantly, anytime. And upsides of phenomena, insides, all the sentient beings. Even upsides, klama, you can see, nankunjo dojizukoya. So some area now, very hot area, suddenly turn into cold temperature. Some area like very cold, and then hot place turn into. So everything change. Even indestructible Vajra body, Buddha Shakyamuni was born in Nepal, but passing into the Parinirvana. All those kind, historically, this lineage masters we have in the cabinet and outer cabinet, all born and all passing into the Parinirvana. So all those, because showing impermanent, So our body is very much as like water bubble. When you drop the water on the floor, water bubble coming up, but the water bubble for instantly clap. So our life is very much as like this, impermanently. So sometimes you can thinking, since when we set up our group, Barom Kagyu, Saigon, you can looking back past tense, Every year, how many our Vajra brothers and the Vajra sisters pass away. And recently also, But we do not realize that. We are sooner or later guarantee need to go through same procedures. But we don't really realize. We always very much as like living preparation for forever. We don't, because we don't think impermanent. So then, morning, whenever you remember, whenever you practice, so which is very important, you think impermanent. When you think impermanent, so then not be laziness, because you're thinking, I cannot wasting my precious in my life, I must be practiced before death. I build up my Dharma knowledge, purify negative karma. So impermanent, we do not know when comes, So as I said, so our life is very much like water bubble, come and up and clap, So therefore, that much impermanent our life. So I must be practiced diligently. So then today is Saturday. I must be relaxed, and my blankets very warm, my pillows very comfortable. Then tomorrow, maybe Sunday, I can come center, practice Dharma. But then every week have Saturday, Sunday, so never end. Then we are step by step, day by day, hour by hour, we are close to death. So when we not think about impermanent, so that reason we always stuck into the samsara, and we never thinking death. So that reason many people saying, so when I'm getting old, then I'm going to retire and then I'm going to practice, Sometimes some people said, oh, I'm now young and also I make good money, so when I'm rich, then I'm going to practice Dharma. But we do not know, we have chance to do that or not. Our life is really uncertain. Sometimes you can see, evening going to bed, morning already turned into corpse, cannot able to wake up and having breakfast. And all those are our life, uncertain. So now, present moment, whatever you have a chance, you can take this chance, you can try your best to practice. And don't think too much in the past tense, don't also plan too much in the future. So when we practice that way, so then eventually we can progressing. Without that, very, very difficult, So we are not just this lifetime. We are many lifetimes reborn, redied. During that time, we have all those habits. Then this habit continually we carry on. That reason we also so much suffering and always reborn and redied and samsara. So always having miserable situations, but we don't think impermanent and changing all those things. That reason we always stuck there. So now, firstly, we have precious human life. So when we understanding, when we appreciate how valuable, but secondly, that is not permanent. So now, impermanent. When impermanent comes, thirdly, now cause and the karma effect. Cause and the karma effect means whatever we did, this positive, when we actions, we are coming positive result, happiness and joyful. When we engage to negative things, negative result, which is suffering, miserable situation. That is the reason we called cause and the karma effect. So thirdly, many people talk about the karma. Sometimes even you fell down somewhere, said, oh, that's your karma. Karma is not like that way, Karma means we all equally same. Nobody wishing to be suffering, miserable situation, and everybody wishing happiness and joyful, good health, and so on. But we always wishing is positive, but doing always negative things. So negative things can then this source of the result always suffering. So that reason we have so many sufferings. So len nam yang lo me bate de bende wang so donga tang geveng on to la me tarban to ne kap de jung ji tin ko je me tam ba chu chung phosom so ba to thong chung ne ban de la yi chi sa. So len nam yang lo me bate, which means whatever we did, positive karma action or negative action, so never missing, even very, very tiny, very settled. So if we engage to positive karma, source of result, happiness. If we engage to negative karma result is a source of the suffering. So ordinary ways, even saying whoever engage to always negative ways, so even ordinary people saying, oh, this person is not good because always engage to wrong things. we cannot believe, we cannot trust. So then generally also people saying, whoever into the Dharma and the good Dharma practitioner, naturally always people trust. Because of Dharma practitioner, so never engage to negative ways, negative things. So then we think about and the cause and the karma effect. So sometimes people thinking, so doing negative, also wishing to becoming source of a result as a positive. That will not work, If we putting barley seed in the ground, just grow up barley. We put a barley seed, we wishing to grow up rice. Impossible to do that, So therefore, we engage to negative karma. Negative karma can source of result coming suffering. If we engage to positive, positive karma can result of the happiness and the joyful. And sometimes we think cause and the karma effect, we cannot see, we cannot hear, but actually we can see very, very clearly. You can see and this health, and so many different levels, so many different types, human beings or other sentient beings. We are entirely same. Everybody wishing happiness, joyful, as I says. But depends our karma. If you have accumulation merit, you engage to source of the all accumulation merit, living good conditions, good health, good life, good furniture, everything. This is not correct by God, correct by karma and cause effect. Some people you can see uprage. Some people when born to until died 80 or 90, miserable situation and always suffering, and financially, physically, and mentally, and the family situation. Because that cause of karma effect. We can see cause and karma effect very clearly, but sometimes we are ignorant and very much make blind. We cannot able to see very clearly. Karma is very, very subtle. So even we do engage to very tiny things, negative karma, so result coming also very huge. Like for example, when you see mosquitoes fly here, immediately you smash, We don't think that's a heavy karma, but we already engage to killing. So which is a karma is a very heavy. Sometimes even we do virtuous things, very tiny things. So even you can see someone miserable situation. Even you have no power to hope, but you raising up compassion, and you're mentally you wishing to hope, and also that can engage positive karma huge. So karma is very, very subtle. So now, especially we understanding Dharma, understanding cause and the karma effect. We can see, we can hear all those things. So we strongly believe in the cause and the karma effect. So as I said, even very subtle, very tiny things, so not try to engage karma. So even very small things, if we have chance to own accumulation merit, always we can encourage you to serve, and also others try to engage to positive karma. So now, thirdly, cause on the karma effect. Fourthly, which is samsara and the suffering. Samsara and suffering, so as I said, no matter wherever reborn, three high realms and three low realms, so such a full of the suffering. So that is then called samsara and suffering. So we analyze, we realize, so then we renunciation to samsara, so then we have chance to way out free from suffering. So we thought that, so we are born from beginning to until now, countless attempts, That time we have all those experience, but we do not remember any tiny things. Continually we are stuck into the samsara. So that reason we need in order to build up renunciation to samsara. Jimarani, Kishin Trumbo Yenya, Lonor Negam, Tato, Tamjedo, Ranlan, Nobadube, Messenger, Pembosawa, Lami Tamba, the drop, the some trouble, Chodoshi, Dane, Ite Mebe, Danolotacho. So Jima, which means which is sadness. Why sad? So we are reborn, re-died, and the samsara, countless times, and we do not remember anything. So we always, mostly we thinking, we are most intelligent, and this earth. We put so much effort from beginner to until now in the samsara. So during that time, no matter how much we put effort, so that can continually we engage to negative karma and correct so much negative karma. So then this negative karma can cause of so much suffering. So if we put effort that much into the dharma, even not talk about and many past lifetimes. So even this lifetime. So when you remember age, like at I can say to now 50, 30, 60, 70, 80 plus, That time to this time you put so much effort, whatever we put into the samsara, into the dharma, that much effort. So we are part of the enlightenment. Even not part of enlightenment, but we are very, very profound practitioner. No matter how much difficult situation, so not much effect we can able to build up. But samsara, we put so much effort that much that cannot helping us. We build up attachment, desire, ignorance, anger, emotions, and then to correct so much negative karma. Individually, all of us carry hundreds, thousands negative karma baggage behind. So until we are clubbed, we cannot able to carry continually. So we done like this or that, So now we understanding living in the samsara, miserable situation. So you can see samsara is not reliable. So much, many lifetimes suffering. So now I cannot believe samsara, so I only believe parinirvana. I practice dharma very diligently. I wishing to way out to free from suffering. So then we can, in order to build up renunciation to samsara. So this we call four ordinary foundations. Okay. So four ordinary foundation is extremely important. Why we call foundation? So we understanding for ordinary foundation precisely, as I always mention too. And when we practice dharma, so everything even changeable. When changing, so we are not a panic, we are not shaking. We always make a stable. We understanding for ordinary foundation. So otherwise, ordinary ways we can say, even when you build up building, which is very, very important, and good engineer, and the strong structure, making landscape and build up properly, then that building will be very strong and without any problems and good condition. So when we practice dharma, so without ordinary foundations, so always causing so many problems. So that reason we need, in order to build up every day, whenever you practice, beginning and the several minute meditation, reflection for ordinary foundation. So after when we are understanding for ordinary foundation, so then practice for extraordinary foundations. So firstly, which is Jamdro. Jamdro means taking refuge. So taking refuge, which is seeking for infallible refuge. So not like just I'm refugee from today to tomorrow. I'm going to take refuge from today to until reaching enlightenment. So take refuge, purpose, beneficial to all limitless my mother sentient beings. Firstly, taking refuge. So when we take refuge to Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha, and visualization refuge tree, and doing prostration, that is our body part, obscurations, negative karma result, purification practice. So second part, which is purify the negative karma once our mind and stem. So practice Lama Vajrasattva, visualization, and the recitation Lama Vajrasattva, 100 syllable mantra. And when we practice that, our body part, a speech part, obscurations, negative karma result, purification practice. Third, for extraordinary foundation, offering mandala in order to complete the accumulation merit and the wisdom. So when we visualization mandala, outside phenomena, inside all the good things, and imagined and actual, when we set up mandala offerings, which is earning two accumulation merit, actual and imagined, from that our mind parts obscuration, negative karma result, purification. So now you can see, when we purify our body, purify our speech, purify our mind. So now fourth, for extraordinary foundation, is which is practice of Guru Yoga. Guru Yoga, when taking Guru Yoga as the heart of practice in order to receiving extraordinary blessings and the ordinary blessings when we practice Guru Yoga. That Guru Yoga only we can practice receive blessing after purify only body, speech, and mind. So then only we seeking of the requesting, giving blessing, we can able to receive blessing. Also blessing dissolve into our body, speech, mind, purify our body, speech, mind. So now, firstly, when we practice refuge. So refuge, when we practice Dharma, successful or not, if this Dharma practice is a path enlightenment or not, that depends when we take refuge. Refuge is with generating bodhisattva mind or not generating bodhisattva mind. So without taking refuge, generating bodhisattva mind, so everything very much turn into worldly eating things. So when we taking refuge, generating bodhisattva mind, so we have all mother sentient beings. All mother sentient beings are wishing to take enlightenment. So that reason I'm going to take refuge to Buddha, refuge to Dharma, refuge to Sangha. So then, which is generating bodhisattva mind ways. Otherwise, without carry generating bodhisattva mind, when we take refuge or when we practice Dharma, which is turned into sufficientness. And when we engage to sufficientness, still has a accumulation merit, but very, very little. So therefore, whatever we engage to, always try to cultivating, generating bodhisattva mind ways. So sometimes practitioners, without lack of the understanding, when we taking refuge vows, which is very weak, and then lack of the also blessings, lack of the protections. Sometimes you can see lack of the understanding refuge. So when you have physically problems, financially problems, and the mentally problems, we are seeking of the refuge to anyone, everyone, mountain gods, tree gods, even a non-Buddhism, all the worship place. So if we are understanding refuge precisely, because we're taking refuge to only Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha. Buddha is why we refuge to Buddha. Buddha is fully enlightenment. Enlightenment means complete purify all the five defilement. When we refuge to Buddha, Buddha can afford to protect us because of Buddha attained enlightenment already. So why we take refuge to Dharma? Dharma is Buddha's teaching. We have 84,000 Dharma teachings. Buddha's teaching, Buddha taught us which ones virtuous actions, which ones non-virtuous actions, describe everything. We take refuge to Buddha. Dharma is like road in the path of the enlightenment. Buddha is like spiritual teacher. Now we take refuge to Sangha. Sangha now current like monks, nuns. So that is a representative of the enlightened being Sanghas. Enlightened being means complete also pacifies all the defilement, representative of the enlightenment. So we refuge to Sangha. Sangha as a spiritual guide. So Sangha can lead up to enlightenment. So when you go into India or Nepal, we need in order to follow true guide. True guide lead us and also which all the holy place. Without true guide, we do not know where we go, what is that place, So Sangha is also which is really important, and we take that reason and in Latin being Sangha and the spiritual guide represent of that. So once when we taking refuge to Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha, like for example, if somebody give you warning, if you are not to give up Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, so I will take your life. So no matter you take my life, so I never give up in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. That kind of strong vows we need in order to build up. And secondly, no matter what the situation, we never looking for any other solutions. So because I'm taking refuge to only Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha. So if we try to refuge to any other like mountain gods, tree gods, whoever living in the samsara, so they cannot able to protect us. Whatever we have physically or mentally suffering, they are living in the samsara, have the same suffering. So then blind person cannot able to help blind person. So therefore, then we not allowed looking any other solutions. Once when we taking refuge, so whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever even you wearing new dress, clothes, so firstly offering to triple gems. So then you can wearing, you can enjoy. So then automatically turn into blessing and protections. And once when you take refuge, so morning or evening, whenever you remember you need in order to recitation, refuge prayer, I take refuge Guru, I take refuge Buddha, I take refuge Dharma, I take refuge Sangha. And then wherever, which direction you heading on, and always refuge to three jewels. So when we practice that way, so that can in order to best protections, and always three jewels with our body and the speech and the mind. So once when we take refuge to three jewels, so always much as you can try to actual and imagined offering to Buddha and Dharma Sangha. So majority student has already altar Buddha. You can offering much as you can actual, and imagined even you don't have things, you can imagine the offerings. And then whatever you eat, fresh food, firstly offering to triple gems, so then you can drink, you can eat. And always remember three jewels. You can see ordinary people have a habit, even Buddhism, So when sometimes you are something like trouble, nearly you fell down, nobody say 3 jewels, always say, oh my God, nearly fell down. But we need it in order to build up, like saying, Konchon Chi, or remind the 3 jewels, not like God, So think that way, and then taking refuge which is very beneficial and also very significant. So now, actually, when we take refuge, so you can visualization refuge tree here. So all students, I think, understand it very precisely. So you can visualization firstly, lake that you can see blue, that is a lake. That lake is not ordinary water, wish-fulfilling water. So surrounded by lake, then you can visualization also garden. This garden is also not ordinary grass, like you can imagine special. And when you walk, they are very soft and like foam, not hurting. And then center of the lake grow up wish-fulfilling tree. So tree has a 5 branch. And the center one, you can see Buddha Vajradhara, this is blue color, essence of the Lama, represent of the central branch. So then all the Kagyu Lamas from Barom Patamawanso and Gambopa and also Mala, Marpa, all step by step up. So we have that already in the writing. I think you can follow that way. Now center one. And the front tree branch, like this tree branch has like 5 our finger. One is Buddha Vajradhara. Now in front branch, Yadams, Chapter Sambara, Vaja Yogini, and He Vajara, all those Yadams, you can visualization. Even white Tara and green Tara, all Yadams, visualization in front. Now right side tree branch, visualization, and the Buddha Shakyamuni, and the 1,000 Buddhas. Now behind tree branch, you can visualization Dharma text. You can see that cabinet, like facing to us, and all the Dharma texts, Buddha teaching Sutra texts. So coming from and the Dharma text signed alphabet, Om, A, A, O, that signed, you can imagine. Now left side tree branch visualization, Sanghas, 8 Bodhisattvas, Avalokiteshvara in the center, so surrounded by other 7 Bodhisattvas. So now these are 5 refugees, okay? So now right side, left side, and they have also Kadam Japa Lama, and Lamde Japa Lama, and Nyingma Lama. And then all the Kagyu Lama. So we have 8 leisure schools and 4 major schools, Kagyu Lamas. You can imagine very crowd in the front of you. So now I'm going to take refuge from today to reaching enlightenment. We have all Mother Sentient beings. So in front you can see next to the garden. So middle one and the like monk's desk. You can imagine to you. Now you are leading all Mother Sentient beings. Red side your this life father. Many lifetimes be your father. Left side. Red side. Left side, your left side, this life mother, and be many lifetimes be mother. And the front, enemies, like whoever hated you, whoever make you anger, whoever make you uncomfortable, this life and past life, many lifetimes. So behind, you can imagine karmic debt. We are reborn, redied during that time. We killing, stealing, lying, cheating, sexual misconduct, all those kind of karmic debts and behind. So now when you start one postation, you are leading like hundreds of millions of prostration together, you can imagine, and the body movement signed, recitation, refuge prayer signed, you can imagine you leading that way. So then even you, when you carry right motivation with pure mind, one prostration you can able to also finish Mundo. So when take refuge to Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha, visualization, refuge Turi. So then taking refuge also has a vows, okay? So when we take refuge to Buddha, we not allowed refuge to ordinary god, mountain god, and the Turi gods, as I said already. So they are not enlightened. Whatever we taking refuge to ordinary things, so they cannot able to protect us. We take refuge to only Buddha. They are not allowed to refuge to any other ordinary god, mountain, Turi gods. So when we take refuge to Dharma, not allowed to harm any single sentient beings, whoever has a consciousness, because take refuge to Dharma. Take refuge to Sangha. So especially this time, and whoever criticizing for your spiritual master, spiritual community, and criticizing for Dharma brother and the sisters, and then not allowed involved. And this time not like coming to converts religions, only that having problems. So when we take refuge to Buddha, and any Buddha's image, picture or statue, always fully respect, because that represent of the Buddha. When we take refuge to Dharma, any Dharma sadhana, Vietnamese or English or Chinese, and any language not allowed to live non-respect place. So that reason we have a prayer table and a table club putting there, and also not allowed to jump, not allowed to put under package, all those, because that represent of the Buddha's teaching, always considering and the respect. Take refuge to Sangha, so that not allowed criticizing, like Theravadan monks, nuns, or Vajrayana monks, nuns, or Mahayana monks, nuns. So whoever wearing monks, nuns robes, always fully respect, and this considering represent of the enlightened being Sanghas. So when we take refuge to three jewels, so 8 benefits. Firstly, becoming Buddhism, and secondly, all the foundation of the precepts. Thirdly, past, present, future, or obscuration, negative karma result, purify. Fourthly, human beings, non-human beings, whoever try to harm, so best protections. And sixth, so whatever we wishing fulfilled. Fifth. And the sixth, which is earning accumulation merit. And the seventh, once we take refuge to three jewels, so no need to worry it, unless we engage to 5 limitless or 10 non-virtuous actions, no need to rebirth 3 low realms. So 8 the beneficiaries. So when we take refuge, now we are connected to enlightenment. So when we attain enlightenment, we are turning to inseparable with the Buddha.